Hey there! If you're looking to build a really solid foundation in programming, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to dig into why C, a language that was born decades ago, is still one of the most powerful and, honestly, essential skills any developer can have. So let's get into it and see what makes this language more relevant than ever.
You know, with all the millions of apps and devices we use every day, it's kind of easy to forget that all this digital complexity had to start somewhere. Well, it turns out a huge chunk of modern software can trace its roots back to one single, incredibly influential source.
So let's start at the very beginning and talk about C's massive role in the history of, well, everything tech. And when I say beginning, I'm not kidding. See, C isn't just another language on the pile. In many ways, it's the ancestor, the blueprint from which so much of modern programming was born.
Think of it like this. Learning C is kind of like learning Latin to understand Spanish or French. It gives you the fundamental building blocks, the grammar, the structure that you'll see popping up absolutely everywhere.
And you can see the family tree right here. It's so clear. C++ was literally built as an extension of C. And from there, its ideas and its syntax heavily influenced Java, Python, and JavaScript. I mean, these are some of the biggest languages in the world today. It's a direct line.
It really is the mother tongue. It's the language that taught so many others how to speak, how to think. But okay, C isn't just some dusty old relic in a history book. Not at all. It is the silent, incredibly powerful engine that's running critical parts of our world right now.
So where is it hiding? Well, it's right at the heart of the operating systems on your phone and your computer. It's the little brain inside your car, your microwave, and countless other smart devices. It's the secret sauce that gives high-end video games their incredible speed. It even builds the tools used to create other programming languages.
It's that intense focus on performance and talking directly to the hardware that makes C this invisible, essential workhorse running just behind the scenes of your daily life.
Okay, now for what I think is the most compelling reason to learn C. It's not just about learning a language, it's about fundamentally rewiring how you think. You see, most modern languages, they hide a lot of the messy details of what's really happening inside the computer. C does the exact opposite. It puts you in the driver's seat, and it forces you, in the best way, to understand the machine on a much, much deeper level.
And the difference is just profound. Without C, programming can feel like you're a cook just following a recipe. But with C, you become the chef. You understand the chemistry of why the recipe works, which gives you this incredible insight into how your code actually talks to the computer's memory and processor.
Now look, C has a reputation for being difficult, and that can be intimidating, for sure. But let's reframe that. It's not about difficulty, it's about discipline. It's a challenge that, once you meet it, sparks this powerful and permanent kind of logical thinking.
And that is what we mean by the programmer's brain. Forcing you to manage computer memory yourself, for instance, it's like making you the librarian of your own code. You have to know exactly where everything is stored and why. That meticulous, ground-up understanding is a superpower you'll carry with you into any other language you learn.
So, what does this all mean for you? How does all this history and this way of thinking actually launch your own journey into programming?
Here's the real payoff. Investing your time in C doesn't just make you a C programmer, it makes you a better programmer, period. When you go to learn Python or Java next, concepts that might have seemed abstract or weird will suddenly just click, because you'll understand the fundamental principles underneath it all. The path forward really builds on itself. First, you master the basics. That process, naturally, builds that rock-solid logic we've been talking about. And that, in turn, unlocks a much deeper, more complete understanding of how software truly works.
So if you want to go beyond just writing code and truly understand the craft from its very core, there is no better place to begin. The journey is a challenge for sure, but the reward is immense. After all, why just learn a programming language when you can learn the one that teaches you how computers actually think?